Listening to this podcast right now! Do you want to hear a fucking podcast about anything and everything? Yeah. Like movies, music, television, and more?
Oh my god.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Yes.
Subscribe to Journey into Comics Network, and you get Podcastrophe, hosted by me,
Yes.
Dick. Why not throw a couple bucks to the Patreon? It's your choice. Yeah. This is a Podcastrophe.
That sounds so awesome.
The following
Following.
is a Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Journey into
Is a
Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics
Network. Production.
This is a tasty burger.
You ever tried shawarma? There's a shawarma joint about 2 blocks from here. I don't know what it is, but I want to try it.
Do you want some coffee, Mr. Tully?
Do I? Yes, have some.
Yes, have some.
Is butter a carb? Will you stop eating?
We elves try to stick to the 4 main food groups. Candy, candy canes, candy corns, and syrup.
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Where do you think you're going? Nobody's leaving. Nobody's walking out on this fun old-fashioned family Christmas. No, we're all in this together. This is a full-blown 4-alarm holiday emergency here. We're gonna press on, and we're gonna have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny fucking Kaye. And when Santa squeezes his fat white ass down that chimney tonight, he's gonna find the jolliest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house. Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Your Tylenol's right here, Clark. Welcome back to another episode of Foodies Watching Movies. It's Season 3, Episode 7. I am your host, Nate. Today, joining me back, as always, co-founder of Foodies Watching Movies. You guys know and love her. It's Veronica. How you doing?
I'm doing good. You got me. That was funny.
Yeah. You weren't prepared, but we've got this cool special intro that you, came up with today.
Yeah, I wanted that. I watched Christmas Vacation yesterday, and I thought it was apropos.
Oh, absolutely. You were just you just had this vision in your head, and I put it together. So I'm really glad that it came to fruition, I guess.
Yeah, it sounds great. I liked it.
But today, also joining us back again. Welcome back, Miss Sara. How's it going?
It's good.
Returning for the first time since we knighted ye on the show with the banana for scale.
Oh, I didn't even remember.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. We do a lot of weird shit here on Foodies Watching Movies.
Yeah, I didn't want to have any continuity errors. I wanted to make sure to get that right. It was a banana. I did knight ye.
Okay. I just really wish people could see you gesturing as you speak right now. That's why we're kind of cracking up a little bit.
I can't help it. That's how I talk.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
for some reason, Tenacious D is in my head.
You know, I love Tenacious D. That's a good movie. The Pick of Destiny.
Yeah, that's a good night-night movie.
Yeah. Recently watched their Complete Masterworks live show.
God, that was good. That was a good
Oh.
concert.
Great band. Yeah.
They are something to aspire
there was
to be
2
like.
concerts on that DVD
Well,
set,
no, there's 2
right?
separate ones. Yeah, because
there's
there's
2
the
separate
Complete
DVDs?
Masterworks 2 is the Blu-ray.
Okay.
And that was around the era of Pick of Destiny. I think it was maybe a year after Pick of Destiny came out. That's why a lot of the songs.
It was the set was really heavy with Pick of Destiny.
But they did Beelzebub. I mean, come on, and had the devil come out, and it was fucking hysterical.
Yeah, their buddy was the devil, right?
Lee.
Yeah, Lee.
Literally Lee. His name is actually Lee. Lee.
There's a whole song about it.
Talking fucking Lee.
Oh God, I love that band.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen the whole Apocalypto thing.
Oh yeah, we haven't watched Post-Apocalypto yet. Not yet.
Apocalypto.
Maybe that might be something that I scoop up with. By the way, Merry Christmas, everyone. This is our Christmas episode. Well, technically our post-Christmas episode, but we are here. It is, in fact, actually Christmas as we're recording this.
Happy holidays.
Do you?
No.
Oh, we're not doing a sing-along episode? You don't want to do the musical
no more
episode
Christmas
of movies?
music.
Okay, it's
I'm
officially
done
done.
Well, I
We've
guess
arrived, guys. It is officially
Yeah.
Christmas, and we do not have to do any more Christmas-related
No.
things.
No.
After this week, we've done.
It happened.
The year will be over.
I'm
Thank God.
Yeah.
It's been a doozy of a year, guys.
It has been a doozy of a year.
Oh, yeah.
We actually kind of are going to be breaking our Christmas celebration off on this coming Friday, as AP from Foodies Watching Movies and the network is getting married to Liz, who's also on the network, by the way.
I love Liz.
Yeah, shout out to Liz and Adulting Ain't Easy. I can't wait for that show to come back in the spring or next summer.
Yeah,
Whenever
that'll
it is.
be fun.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for this wedding for a while. It'll be nice to get away.
Yeah,
for the
it's
day.
it's gonna be really good. I'm really excited and looking forward to it.
Me too.
But it is Christmas, so I want to know. Where do you guys want to start? Do you want to talk about what we did and got for Christmas? Do we want to talk about some of the cool shit surrounding Christmas? I don't even know where we want to go. I'm so excited.
Well, I was already kind of talking about Christmas Vacation, so I think we need to talk about our Christmas movies that we were watching.
Please start.
Okay, well, like I said, yesterday I watched Christmas Vacation, which is my favorite Christmas movie. Possibly one of my favorite movies of all time. I know that motherfucker from the, like the back of my hand.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Chevy Chase, man.
He's so funny.
He's a relic.
But as an adult, this movie gets funnier every year that I watch it, because I usually just save it for Christmas time, I don't really watch it during the year. I only watch it around Christmas, so that way it's always fresh and funny. But every year it's getting funnier and funnier to me, because, it's just a little bit more and more relatable as I become a grown-up.
I was going to say, you found yourself relating more to the adults in the story now instead of the kids who are...
Yeah, I'm finding that to be a recurring issue in my movie-watching ventures, which is kind of bumming me out, guys.
I think it's because you have the
arrived.
lens of being a parent now, and it changes your perspective on everything. You have to look at it as Clark Griswold and be like, well...
See, I
probably
see
would've
a
freaked the
lot
fuck
of
out, too.
Clark Griswold in you, as a matter of fact.
Let's talk about it.
There's a scene in Christmas Vacation where they're, talking about how her family's planning on coming for Christmas as well, and he's just totally chill about it, and she's like, I think you're forgetting how difficult it's going to be to have so many people in the house. You set standards that no family event can possibly live up to, and he's like, oh, honey, when have I ever done that? And she's like, parties, holidays, vacations, graduations, weddings. It just keeps going and going. And the thing is what I love about Clark is that his intentions are so good. And that's what I mean. You kind of remind me of Clark a little bit, because the intentions are so good, and then just ridiculous funny shit just happens,
Yeah.
It's just the execution of it is just so funny.
Yeah.
Sometimes the execution is outlandish, sure, but I will always accomplish my goals if they're in front of me. At least I think that way.
It's very
anyways.
Clark Griswold of you.
Yeah, totally.
I love the end of the movie where the last line is he's just like, I did it. And it's like, yeah, dude, fuck yeah. You did it, guy.
Great success.
You did it. Yeah. It's a great Christmas movie. I hope everybody watches it this year.
Is Christmas Vacation better than Vacation, ultimately?
Absolutely.
I think so, too. I think it has a more
Christmas
of a...
Vacation is the best vacation movie of them all, in my opinion. And I have
it's a
them
good
all.
one.
I love them all, but that one is just my favorite.
Now, V, tied to your movie, your favorite movie, I have a story, an actual article that I want to talk about. There was a guy, I think it was in Texas or Atlanta. We'll look it up on YouTube here in a second because I want you to watch it. But he was driving his car and he saw a guy hanging from a gutter, and he freaked out and ran and got the ladder and was trying to save this guy's life, to find out it was just a Clark Griswold decoration for Christmas.
Oh. Wow.
So they had to put up a sign that was like, this is only a decoration.
Did they get in trouble or something?
No, they didn't get in trouble at all, but they actually did buy the guy a Christmas gift because they felt so bad that he was trying to be helpful. Because he thought someone was in danger, and it's like, you see the urgency in his face, but the dude's just hanging there. Nothing's happened, and no one was
funny.
home, so...
Yeah, Clark Griswold is just a human calamity with the best intentions and a heart of gold.
Great
Just
description.
a hot mess.
Yeah,
Hot
that's
mess.
good description.
Classic dad hot mess.
Yeah.
I love that about him.
Yeah.
I have the DVD. I have Christmas Vacation on VHS, on DVD, and I think on Blu-ray somewhere, but I'm obsessed with this movie. I have it in all of its iterations, I think. And I was watching the commentary with Beverly D'Angelo, who plays the wife, and it was so precious. Like, if anybody out there has the DVD, I would listen to the commentary over it. It's worth it. It's pretty funny.
Nice.
Tells some funny stories.
Man, sometimes
and a lot of the
get-
cast reunited for it,
You
but not
get-
Chevy Chase.
You get some cool insight when you do the commentary thing. I think that's something
Yeah,
we
because
don't.
they just sit and bullshit and talk about it over the movie, because you've already seen the movie, a few
Right.
times, so you don't need to listen to it or whatever. Then you just hear the commentary, and they're telling stories about it and anecdotes and
I think there's
reliving
only.
it.
I think there's only maybe 2 movies I've ever actually watched commentary for. The Dark Knight is one of them, which was really good. That's a very interesting deep dive. And then also Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, I've
there's
seen
a
the comments.
there's a commentary cut that's really good. There was I think it was maybe at the time the 10th or 10th at the time anniversary of that movie coming out. I think it was 2004. So, man, that feels like forever ago.
Man, commentary. There was a time, believe it or not, that somebody made me watch the commentary to the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
That's a fact.
Whoa.
Do I remember it all? No. But I've seen every mother effing moment of those DVD box sets that originally released, the extended version DVD box sets, the first ones they released at the time.
What a mountain.
Yeah, I just thought
It's a lot
about
of
that. You were
walking.
talking about commentary. I forgot about that. I was like, when's the last time I've watched commentary? Oh, I remember you. Lord of the Rings. That
Wow.
was intense.
That's an
and
epic
you know
journey.
what? It was so intense that I don't even think I learned anything. I think I just zoned out. It was just like listening to okay. Like I think I just was just zoned out after a bit.
They became like watching Planet Earth, where they're talking about the giraffes and shit.
Yeah, your
But you're
brain
just
just
like-
like kind of like hits a fuse like a teapot, you know, you just sort of let off steam and you're just okay. This is all I can take at this point. Yeah, that was intense commentary. I wonder if those movies aged well. I haven't seen them in a long time.
I haven't watched them in a long time.
Maybe that can be something we do as an Everest for this season. It is season 3. That is a big trilogy.
I will say the extended versions are better
Yeah,
than the theatrical versions. They
I
make
don't know
the
if I'm
movies
ready
better.
to go back to that yet. I don't know if I'm ready to go back.
Yeah, that's
to
for another time.
Middle-earth.
I'm just curious if they've aged well. I haven't seen them in many years.
Yeah,
Because
maybe we need to put that
commentary,
out
I
into
had to put it
the
down.
ether and ask what people think.
Yeah.
We need to figure out what a good trilogy would be for this season to cover, because it is, like I said, season 3. I'm just thinking of this
The
idea
Matrix.
right now. Ooh.
Let's see if those aged well. Because I hated the third one so much.
Oh, that third one is such a stinker.
It's hard to get through, yeah. I can
Reloaded
already
is
tell you
pretty
right now
good.
they didn't age well.
No, they
I
didn't.
know, I did watch the first one not that long ago.
Yeah.
Now that
But
I'm thinking
like-
about it, it was pretty, yeah, it had its moments. It was,
Indiana Jones, maybe? That's a weird trilogy. I don't know. I'm just
Yeah,
throwing
that's
stuff
not
out.
really a trilogy
continuity-
anymore.
Yeah, there's no
Now there's
continuity
too
there,
many,
really,
yeah,
other
not-
than the character.
You can't call Star Wars a trilogy now either.
No.
So,
We'll have to think about that.
yeah, we'll get back to everybody
I mean,
on
if we
that.
didn't want to get like artsy about it, I can recommend a trilogy that I know Sarah would like. I don't know if you might. You might like it.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Before Sunrise and Before Sunset? In the last one they just did. It's with Ethan Hawke and Julie Depley. It's kind of
No, I
like
haven't seen that.
Hard
kind of like a
sell.
French film. It's not a French film, but it's about this American tourist who goes to France and falls in love with a girl. They have like a one night long conversation date kind of thing, and it's really good. I really like those movies. It's super interesting. And
Hard sell, though. Ethan Hawke is one of my least favorites. Literally,
Really?
I can't stand him.
it's super 90s.
Okay.
And then what I like about it, though, is
Okay.
that they come back like 10 years later and did another movie with the same characters meeting each other again.
That is more
Because they don't end
interesting.
up together at the end of the first movie. They don't end
Spoilers,
up.
but-
Well, there's 3 of them.
Yeah,
Like, obviously. So it's really...
How did they do a third one? Is it still the same characters?
It's still
like
the same
5 years
characters.
later or something? Or
Yeah, like another 10 years later. Or like whatever.
weird.
5 years later. I don't know.
You've
I have
piqued my
to. I'm gonna
interest.
look into that. I'm gonna make you guys watch them, and we'll get back to everybody about it.
Let's get back to
Yeah.
Christmas, because I got to know. Sarah, what about you? Favorite Christmas movie? We know Veronica loves Christmas Vacation.
I guess I should have thought about it more. What Christmas movie do I like? Well, everybody likes A Christmas Story. I like that one.
Ollie watched that with me this year, and he fucking loved it.
You remember when we got creeped out by Chitty Chitty Bang Bang this year?
We did. So I gotta say, my friend, I think it was, pretty sure it was my friend Jen. Shout out to my friend Jen, if she listens to Foodies Watching Movies podcast. Yeah, so Jen.
I feel like she said she did too.
Really? That's
Yeah.
cool. Okay, I loved you, Jen. But anyway, she got me a copy of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, I believe, to give to Oliver, and we haven't opened it yet. It's been like a couple years that I've had this DVD, and it just got like kind of put away, and then we just like decided today, like that, not today, but the day we watched it yesterday. The hell was that? It's been a whirlwind.
It was Saturday. That's been 3 days now.
It's been like a doozy of a week. Anyway, so we put on Chitty Chitty Bang Bang for the first time, and I was also told by some people that it was better than Mary Poppins, so I was like, sweet, this will be
that's
rad.
Intense.
So I put it on, and things got real weird, real fast. It was the weirdest little movie with Dick Van Dyke.
I feel like that movie has like racial undertones or something. Something really dark
I don't think
about
so.
it.
I hope
no,
not.
Isn't
that's
there
not Song of the
something-
South.
No, that's the one I'm thinking of.
No,
sorry,
that's,
sorry,
no,
sorry,
no.
sorry,
Chitty
sorry.
Chitty Bang Bang is totally different, unrelated.
Okay, my bad. I knew there was one
It's
of
like a
those
Mary
ones
Poppins
in the
ripoff or
Disney.
something.
Oh,
Just
But-
Dick Van Dyke.
It's super weird. I don't know, man.
Nate, Dick Van Dyke's from your town.
no, he's not from my fucking town. He's from Danville, Illinois.
Yeah, you should know all about
That's not
this.
my town. I'm from Hoopston, Illinois. Go
You know who
corn
else is from
jerkers.
Danville, Illinois?
Jack Doan is from Danville,
corn
Illinois.
Yeah,
You hate me?
he is.
It's true. That's a shout out to Journey into Wrestling every other Wednesday, opposite this show.
Journey into Comics Network.
Hey, that was great.
Anyways.
So back to your favorite Christmas movie. You were talking about A Christmas Story, but just kind of.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some more modern Christmas movies. I don't watch a whole
I feel like
lot of
I
Christmas
know-
movies.
I know
but-
your favorite,
Me too.
Scrooged.
Nope, that's mine.
Yeah, I do like
That's
that
yours?
one. I do. What was that one we
That's
watched?
mine,
Mixed
too.
Nuts.
Oh my God, Mixed
We
Nuts
didn't
is
watch
one of
that
my
this year yet.
favorite.
I wanted to watch it
movies.
this year. We haven't.
Let's
gotten
watch
around
it
to
this
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
That's a really good
Thursday.
one. That one's really funny. I like that one.
Mixed
Tomorrow.
Nuts. Yeah, and you had never seen
I
it.
had never seen it. I was so surprised I had never
Mhm.
seen it because
I
it has
saw it
a
at-
lot of people in it.
Where did I buy
like.
that disc replay?
Yeah.
Yeah, DVD.
I
got
thought
it
you
for
were
like
gonna say
$3
Elf
bucks.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, Elf is up there for modern ones. You know, even though we can't
Yeah,
sing
that
the song
one's your
in Elf
favorite.
now.
That's not true.
I do love Elf.
There was
All the
there was an
controversy.
English
Yeah.
teacher that so dissected that "Baby It's Cold Outside" is a totally tongue-in-cheek song,
Well, yeah.
a song about the times, and you can't take a song that was written in the fucking 40s and apply it to now's principles.
We don't have jokes now.
Like I care.
PC principle shit. I'm not a fan of that, but I love Scrooged. I do.
I like that one too.
I love Scrooged. That's one of my favorite Christmas movies ever.
Took his little daughter with it.
That's a good one. I don't really like Elf. I've only seen it once, but that was when
Yeah.
it first came out, and I thought Will Ferrell was really annoying in it, so I didn't give it a second go around ever.
Yeah.
And I'd be willing to give it another shot. I mean,
The same
Why
version
not?
of me that was into Napoleon Dynamite was into that movie.
yeah,
Because
I
it's just
mean,
like
I
an
liked Napoleon
awkward
Dynamite, but I just didn't
little
like Elf.
movie.
Yeah, maybe that's
I
why
don't
I didn't like it. It's just a little. He
It's
was
an
just too
awkward
annoying
little
for
thing.
me.
Yeah.
Another good Christmas movie, Iron Man 3. Great
Eh.
Christmas movie. Oh yeah, totally.
Mm.
Watch it around this time of year,
It's-
like you'll absolutely love it.
No.
Batman Returns.
Yeah. There's always the comic book universe that does well around Christmas and summer.
True. Nate got some comic book movies for Christmas this
Yeah,
year.
you're pretty close to completing your MCU collection, eh?
Only 2 away.
Yeah, and we're gonna remedy that as your Christmas gift this year.
right.
So
Just
you'll
been
have
waiting.
all of them.
Black Panther and Ant-Man are the only two. It's
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying, because I do
There's
actually have
two.
Ant-Man.
Baba Yaga.
The Baba Yaga.
The Baba Yaga.
I love that guy. All right, Ant-Man and the Wasp was a great movie.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I
was a
don't know
good
why
one.
it was. I just remember feeling after I watch it like, oh, that was a fun one. Like
I know why that movie does so well with everyone, including you guys, because secretly,
because
deep,
Michelle Pfeiffer's in it, and
well,
everybody
that too,
loves her.
That too. But deep in the back of your guys' heads, when you're watching Ant-Man or Ant-Man and the Wasp, you're thinking about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids subversively, because I do it.
Sure,
and that's
It's
something
more
I
like a
really
family
loved
thing.
as a kid.
And it's Paul Rudd.
So like seeing...
Yeah, true.
How rated R can he really be?
And they've always been so clever with thinking of what to make large. Like the Thomas the Tank Engine in the first movie, the second movie has the Fez, the shrinking and biggie sizing of the cars and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, it's a precious movie.
It is not, in fact, a Christmas movie, though.
No. But it will, in fact, complete your collection.
Yeah, Die Hard, though. Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
The LAPD and New York Police Department both tweeted out and agree that Die Hard, it's a Christmas movie.
Bruce Willis said it wasn't.
Well, they said, fuck you, Bruce Willis.
Yeah, damn. The Dems fighting words with Bruce Willis.
Without saying that much. But, no, man, to get back to my favorite Christmas movie, ultimately, I'm sticking with Scrooged. That movie is clever. Bill Murray is hilarious.
God, I love Bill Murray.
There's some dark moments that stick out. The elevator scene.
He's psychotic.
The elevator scene is with the ghost of future present, I think, right? And that, like, the demons in his fucking belly and shit. Like, that was creepy as a kid, for sure.
Oh, that was a spooky movie when
has,
I was little, for sure.
And then, like, when he's in the office and he's not paying attention and death or whatever's behind him, like, on the screens, and you see it, like, floating in. Oh, I love that movie so much. It's so good.
I think the last time I saw Scrooged was a couple of Christmases ago, and I had made the most incredible beef stroganoff and mashed potatoes and corn casserole dinner. My family was over and we watched it, and it was motherfucking delicious. I haven't made that in a long time.
Man, I missed that dinner. That's one of the best dinners you make.
It really is.
It is.
Yeah, it's
fucking
good.
It really, really is.
Gangster.
We still need to make it with the mushrooms.
We've made it with the mushrooms once before, and it turned out okay. But this time, what we're going to do is I'm going to do a chuck roast. I'm going to get a motherfucking roast instead of, like, the beef stew, like the cubed beef or whatever.
Yeah, it gets a little tough
It's
sometimes.
super tough if you don't cook it in like in a cooker all day. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
Veronica,
and
bring it up.
That just brings me to my Christmas gift I got
Jump
this
on
year.
your Segway and ride.
Okay. I had a little horn or a little bell. I toot toot. Anyway. So this year for Christmas, my dad and my stepmom bought me a brand new Instapot, which is a fantastic pressure cooker that I use at the restaurant that I work at because I do food prep here and there.
And not a weed smoking device for some of you confused, because
Right,
Instapot could
I had to
take
specify
you.
this is a restaurant equipment that I really enjoy using. And it's this really baller version of it where it's like a yogurt maker, a pressure cooker, a food warmer. You can saute in it. You can make soup in it. And what I use it for is to make to cook down meat really fast, like chicken for chicken salad. You can make it in like 30 minutes, like 10 pounds of chicken.
That's incredible.
Ridiculous.
I can't wait.
I know. So, yeah, we get to utilize that now and come up with all kinds of great recipes and slow cooker recipes. But I'm going to cook a roast in that Instapot and make beef stroganoff with it.
Can't wait.
Do some egg noodles and
Cannot
serve
wait.
that over mashed potatoes, some corn casserole because that's my jam. And it's going to be magnificent. And I guess we can pretend to be healthy, and I'll make some asparagus.
Great.
On the side.
They're green.
Yeah, and then we'll watch Scrooged. And it'll be
Mixed
merry.
Nuts. I want to watch that again.
Maybe we'll do that for when we go visit your dad.
Oh, I'm into that. That'd be a fun time. Dad loves Scrooged. That's why it's one of my favorite movies, because he used to watch it all the time when I was a younger kid, man.
And since it's like a slow cooker meal, it'll be like we can start it. And
ready when we get it.
Ready.
Yep. I love
Magical.
that.
It all works out, you see.
The Instapot's pretty great. Getting movies cool. I forgot to mention that I got the two movies were Infinity War and the Deadpool 2 Super Duper Cut. So now if I can just get my regular copy of Deadpool that's been borrowed away back and my copy of Thor Ragnarok that's been borrowed away back into the world, I will officially have all of the MCU movies and stuff.
Are they going to be releasing the PG-13 version of Deadpool on DVD, or is that a theatrical release only?
That is a great question many people are asking because it does a couple things. There are more after-credit sequences.
Question, is it still playing?
Yes.
Interesting.
I mean...
We did get movie money for Christmas.
I wouldn't mind seeing
a little
it.
bit.
Here's the thing. You have to be honest with people right now because people are feeling bamboozled. It is mostly still just Deadpool 2. The movie doesn't change that much. There's just added sequences with Fred Savage. They cut down on the gore, and then they dramatically changed some things and moved some stuff into the future. And then after all that, after all the funny stuff is done, they actually did a very touching, from what I hear, tribute to Stan Lee that closed out the movie on like a serious, warm note. So I would love to see Once Upon a Deadpool. It's fucking Fred Savage and Deadpool.
I'll consider it.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
I also kind of really want to see Into the Spider-Verse. It's animated. It looks really good.
I can totally wait until that's online.
I knew you were going to say that. It's the highest rated of the movies we could see, and it's the one it was going to be the hardest to sell you guys. So
listen to me. If you want to preview it for me before we present it to my child, that's your business.
Yeah, we need a PowerPoint presentation, please.
Yes, if you'd like to watch it first.
Sure. It has
fine.
Yeah, I'm not against it. It's probably going to win an Oscar for Best Animated, by the way.
Yeah. Well, you remember that conversation we had the other day about how I feel about current movies, right?
Yeah, it's hard.
I'm having a hard time.
I know.
I'm having a hard time.
I will say, as we gear into that season of Ward Time, my sensors are tingling, and like as soon as I saw the trailer for Vice and realized it's got a bunch of nominations, I was like, oh, of course, like this is going to be great, you know.
Yeah, one of our comedian friends that we're friends with from Indianapolis said that he went to go see Vice today. Did you see that on Facebook?
Please pull that up and read that on the air. This is great from Patrick Murray.
Yeah, let me look him up real quick.
Shout out to Patrick Murray. He's hilarious. He was actually one of the people we played with at the variety show. And then he ended up coming out to see us when we played Indie in October.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, so Patrick Murray said, I went to see Vice, and the theater was packed with people who were for sure well into their 90s. Here's a quote I heard from one of the old ladies. I hated it. Why do they have to get so artsy-fartsy with it? It was good, by the way. Very informative and depressing.
Okay.
Now, hold on.
So that's what he says.
Now, I feel like somebody asks a question, and it's like the top comment. I feel like it's what I read, and I don't know if it still
didn't
is.
read the comment.
But it says,
Nick Maxon. Did it address how awful of a person Cheney is?
And then, yeah.
He said, it did a very good job of trying to tell the truth, so yes. And then Nick said, perhaps I will check it out then.
Yeah, I'm into it. You know, also today, if we're talking about Oscar bait and movies that are going to be hot, Jordan Peele's new movie trailer came out, and I want to pull that up and watch it.
Yeah, I'll pull it up right now.
You want to pull it up?
Yeah, what's it called?
It was called Us.
Us, that's right. Yeah, it's been getting interesting. I've been only seeing little headlines. I wanted to watch the trailer first.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either.
But allegedly people like this. People are intrigued. People say it's good. I don't know. Let's see. Us trailer.
It has Winston Duke in it. He plays
2019 mystery thriller.
Winston Duke played M'Baku in Black Panther.
Lupita Nyong'o's in it. Elizabeth Moss.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you guys want to watch this now?
Yeah, sure. Here, you want me to hold it out here with
I'll
your?
do it.
Okay, you got it.
I got it.
All right, we're gonna.
No, hold on a
Stupid fucking surveys.
Oh, YouTube, you're the worst.
They're trying to make us pay for YouTube Red. Screw you. We're not gonna do it.
I'm poor. Sorry. We don't have no money.
You're driving.
That's a classic right there.
What does I Got 5 on it mean? It's about drugs.
It's not about drugs. It's a dope song. Don't do drugs.
Get in rhythm. There you go.
It's a beach. Okay.
Can't believe how big they've got.
You hear Gabe got a boat?
He's kidding, right?
He's not kidding.
Hey, I think it's vodka o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Where's Jason?
Oh shit.
Ooh, that just like made my skin crawl.
Where were you? I didn't know if you were lost. Stick with me, and I'll keep you safe.
Who would have thought Jordan
There's a
Peele would
family
be
in
a
our
great
driveway.
foreign director?
It's probably the neighbors. But y'all scared of a family?
Hi, can I help you?
Zora, put your shoes on.
If you want to get crazy, we can get crazy.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
Spooky time.
Nope.
What are you people?
Nope.
It's us.
Nope.
What did he say?
It's us.
Exactly like us. They think like us. They know where we are. We need to move and keep moving. They won't stop until they kill us.
Did this say it was coming out?
Or we kill them.
2019.
Be careful.
Sweet.
It's making my skin crawl with shit.
Sweet. It's got like a weird, like,
Shit.
it's got a weird other side vibe to it. It's
So
going to
there's
be like an other side possession type thing happening
duplicates
here.
of these people is what I'm getting at. There's two sets of the same people. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm getting like a timey-wimey thing or a,
Portal.
What was
a
that
portal
video?
thing
That We
or a-
Sing video or whatever, where they had
The Hug-a-Bunch.
The Hug-a-Bunch video.
You guys don't even know. If you didn't like grow up young in the 80s and watch like little kid stuff, like now they've got like Nick Jr. and all these nicey things, man.
Mhm.
Dude, the 80s was a weird time for little kid shows.
Yes,
Okay?
it was.
That was. I used to have my favorites. We were talking about it, like, because that's what you do at the holidays sometimes. You
Yeah,
know,
we
you
were talking
talk
about Zoobly Zoo. And
Yeah, that was my jam. We were talking about. My mom was talking about what I liked in preschool, and preschool for me would have been like 1986, 87.
Mhm.
somewhere.
Our birth year.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
You were 4,
Well, I was 3, 4.
so 86,
86,
87.
87.
Yep.
Yeah. And anyways, I used to watch Zoobly Zoo.
I watched Zoobly Zoo. I loved that show.
Never saw it.
That was a kindergarten thing for me. I loved that one. But there was this weird special that I had on tape that I watched almost every day called The Hug-a-Bunch. And like they go into this mirror world, like they hear this like high pitched noise. They're these big like puppet people. I don't know how to explain it. And there's this whole like other side world. They walk through the mirror and like they're like, come with me. They're like little like
Come with me, little
you'll hear this
children.
this little high pitched noise, and like this house looks like a murder house. Okay, at the
Totally.
beginning of the thing.
You showed it to me once, and it was horrifying.
I was obsessed with it.
You know what I said to her,
loved
Nate?
it.
I was like, "This explains a lot."
Yeah,
Puts
I
everything
love
into
this.
perspective.
Explains a lot about you.
I was like the creepy little kid, just like smiling while I watched this stuff. I was like, I was freaked out by it, because like they go to this other world, right? They're like, come with me, and they have these high pitched voices, but they're like human, like adult sized people in costumes, right?
Horrific.
With these like they look like dolls, giant dolls, basically, that are fuzzy. The Hug-a-Bunch, and they just hug each other. They're always because they're the Hug-a-Bunch. But because I'm not a hugger.
Down memory lane.
Ooh, yeah, but they go through this journey through this mirror, right? And you go into this other land, and you're like in these like it's like all Willy Wonka and stuff, like gumdrops and mushrooms and things. But then they're like, "What's down here?" They like fall down this hole into hell, basically.
Yeah.
Like, and you watch them like fall into this fiery pit, like this, and these horrible things happen. It's like kind of like Labyrinth or whatever when they fall. That's like got the bog of eternal stench, right? That's Labyrinth, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, when they
That's
fall down in there. Yeah, I can't remember what happens when they fall in the hole, but I just remember being horrified by it when I was a kid, and they had to like find their way out, and they were in this maze of horrible things, and then they have to go back out through the mirror, and like it was just freaky, right?
When you reminded your sister about that, she was so pleased.
Oh
The
yeah.
nostalgia train hit her hard.
That one, and we had this video. They had used to have these kids videotapes called "We Sing," It was like WEE dash sing. We sing videos. And I had this one called The Birthday Party. And, it was very interesting. Also had a murder house at the beginning.
Yeah, those old children's library collections from the 80s are crazy.
Also had grown-ups in costumes.
You know what's crazy?
Out in the woods having a birthday party.
Freaky.
All
in the middle of the night.
All those shows you guys bring up, every single show was the precursor to Barney.
Dude, but Barney was so generic in comparison. These
there was some
so
whimsical shit going on in the 80s. Like, you
Pee-wee's
can read,
Playhouse is a classic
you can read
example of
videos
that,
were
but-
hilarious. And Reading Rainbow, like,
Yeah.
loved those.
It was a
LeVar
creative
Burton,
time. The 80s
right?
were a creative time. Like, Barney was kind of like a... I mean, even Lamb Chop was creative. You guys remember Lamb Chop?
I love
Lamb Chop was more of a
Jerry Lewis.
90s thing. Like
It was really early
more
90s.
90s thing, but...
Wasn't that on around the time Mr. Rogers was on?
Yeah, Mr. Rogers was on all through the 80s.
What was
No,
Shining?
I mean, like, not airing. I mean, like, what time it came
time
on
of
in the day.
Yeah, that was like a daytime.
I remember, like, watching
kid
those
show.
kind of together.
Why does Shining Time Station pop into my head? What's that?
That's George Carlin.
That was George Carlin.
I
He
love
was the train
Shining Time
conductor.
Station.
And he would get real tiny.
I watched that.
Thomas?
Yeah.
That was like the Thomas show? Tank Engine show?
Yeah, Shiny Time Station.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Trains, yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Wow.
It was a great show.
Just I didn't watch
it. I remember it, though.
Do you remember Eureka's Castle?
Oh, fuck yeah. Eureka's
Yeah, it was a
Castle
90s show,
was
too.
bomb.
My little sister liked that one.
I was all about that one.
I had another one that was an 80s show that I used. Actually, two of them that I remember. The original Nickelodeon for kids. I don't know if they called it Nick Jr. in the 80s. I don't know what
it wasn't called Nick Jr. until the 90s.
No, I don't remember it being called that, but they had like a block on of little kids shows in the morning, and there was two shows. There was one show called Pinwheel that was like almost like, I don't want to say like Saturday Night Live, but it was like these little like sketches like that were all kind of pieced together like, but for like little kids. I don't remember much about it other than the theme song, which I'm not going to sing. It's super annoying. There was a lot of claymation. I remember that and stuff like that. But that was like an 80s show. But my other favorite show that was on in that block, my mom was talking about at Christmas this year, was Today's Special. That was the one that was on. It was on Nickelodeon, and they were in a department store after hours, and after hours, all of the mannequins came to life, and they like had like weird.
I remember
learning
that.
parties, I guess. But I loved it so much when I was a little kid. You can ask my mom. I used to have to set a table for Jeff the mannequin to come to life. He was my imaginary friend. Like when I was a really little kid, like Ollie's age in preschool. I was obsessed with it. Jeff was my first and only, to my knowledge, imaginary friend. I don't remember ever having another one after that. But yeah, I do remember setting a table for him though sometime when I was really little. I have a lot of really random memories.
That's funny.
Memories like that. But yeah, I loved that show. It's all relevant, by the way, talking about these things, you know.
Yeah, because it's Christmas time.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I was like, why are we talking about this?
We got off on a tangent.
Christmas.
We do that
It's a
here
Christmas
at Foodies
tangent.
Watching Movies.
Yeah, well, I was looking at this 80s book, I think is what tipped it off.
Well, yeah, this is another
Yeah.
Christmas gift that I got that I wanted to talk about. Nate and Sarah bought me a new book that is not so new. It was published in, 1999? Is that what the copyright
yeah,
said?
late 90s.
Yeah, late 90s. It's called Say Anything, the movie quote game that takes you back to the 80s, one line at a time. And it's fucking rad. I love it. It's got a picture of Eddie Murphy, like, doing the little OK symbol. It's got the most perfect Kevin Bacon profile with his mullet. And
So are there rules to the book? Is there like an instructional guide of how-tos, or are you just supposed to crack open a page and try to figure out who said what? Or
Well, I looked at it at when I found it at the store, and basically it has like a quote on a blank. It's like a blank page, except like there's a quote in the middle of it, and then as you're reading through the book, you can play the game to yourself if you want to. But like you read the quote, and then you try to figure out where and when it's from, like what movie and who said it.
Yeah,
and
let's
then
go.
You flip the page, and then it gives you all the information, and there's lots of stuff in there about the movies and the actors or whatever it is, and that's it. It's no frills, really. Not much to it.
I didn't know if it had directions.
Well, it says on the back
book.
here, it says, say anything. That's what it's called. Say anything will do more than make you laugh. It will bring you back to the greatest period in movie history. And there's a little asterisk by that, the 80s. And at the bottom, the little asterisk says, we realize this may be a questionable statement, but what do you expect on the back of the book cover? On the back of this book cover. Okay.
All right.
The 80s, yeah. So, let's see. You hold in your hands the best, funniest, most outrageous movie game ever in print. read it and you will find yourself giving advice like, people on lewds should not drive, or muttering, of course you're confused, you're wearing my underwear, or crying into the night, the dingo's got my baby. Damn, they're really going for it, guys. If you don't know that these quotes come from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, just one of the guys, and A Cry in the Dark, you'd better trade in your ripped sweatshirt and leg warmers for a copy of this book. Why are we doing this? Let's just say we're on a mission from God. All right. Well, that's fine.
They're very sure of themselves.
Yeah.
That last one was Blues Brothers, by the way.
Yeah,
indeed.
Yeah, obviously.
I just want to make sure.
Ooh, Bruce Willis.
Ooh.
Should we do some Bruce Willis?
Sure, it is Die Hard Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the quotes are on the right side of the page.
Okay. Let's see. Let's just read this quote. 100 million terrorists in the world, and I gotta kill one with feet smaller than my sister. What the fuck? Full of gratuitous violence, one-liners, and non-stop action, Die Hard was ripped off by nearly every action movie of the 90s. This line, spoken by John McClane, was just one of the many that helped turn former bartender Bruce Willis into a superstar. Let's see. Remember, how do I do that? Oh, so it's just on here. I read the right page here.
I guess, I don't know.
Let's see. And for some reason, there's just like random facts about Isaac Hayes on the next page, right above all of these fucking quotes.
Weird.
Like, let me just look at the back here. Yeah, you guys aren't gonna know like any of these ones. I'm going to a different page here.
Sure.
This is weird. Look at this one. It says no wire hangers ever. I bet Sarah knows who that was.
What is it, Sarah?
Joan Crawford. Let's see. Remakes. Are these all just like different subjects here? Like different genres of things? Sorry. I don't
know.
I haven't read through this book yet. It's new. It's a Christmas book. I haven't read it yet.
Let's see. I think the answers to this
would be on this page here.
Yeah, but I don't know why those are there, what the deal is with this. We need to read about how to use this book.
Mm-hmm.
It should be at the beginning. I just thumbed through it when I found it, and I thought, oh, this will be useful. As one does when they're shopping for Christmas gifts.
Phone home. Okay. Okay, I see what we're doing here. So it gives a quote from an 80s movie.
Okay.
And then you have to guess what movie it's from.
Okay.
And then it has related quotes from the cast. For different movies. And you have to guess the different movies.
Oh, this is kind of like movie to movie.
Oh, it tangents.
This is Tangent City, guys. That's why I'm having a hard time. Like, I was having a hard time navigating it.
Sure.
Okay, so here's the first quote. Guess what movie this is from?
Okay.
People on lewds should not drive.
Well, we said that was
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Correct. This is also the first page. You said just to open the beginning, so I just went with it.
Thanks, back of the book. I pay attention.
Yeah, you got it right. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Probably shouldn't. Blah, blah, blah. His drugged-out surfer boy antics inspired a whole generation of wannabes who mangled the English language gnarly and tried to order a pizza in class. Blah blah blah. Okay. Ooh. Here's a little section. Here's one of the tangents on the next page before the quotes. Sure. Deities of the 80s. Tom Cruise. We were just talking earlier about Tom Cruise.
We were.
And we have questions about Tom Cruise.
Yeah, we better not say them, though.
I know.
Because we'll be part of that question.
Some scary stuff, guys.
We'll make that questions number go up.
Tom Cruise, I don't know if I should even talk about Tom Cruise publicly.
No.
Scary stuff. Okay, well, according to this book, not every actor who sports Ray-Bans and dances around the house wearing his underwear and white Oxfords hits the big time, but Mr. Cruise certainly did. With the help of whom, I wonder. Bum, bum, bum.
Scandalous.
Okay. We'll go ahead and skip that stuff about Tom Cruise and go straight to these little quotes here. Number 1, that's classified information. I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
Oh.
What Tom Cruise movie character was that? Tom Cruise.
Oh, this is hard because I don't know anybody's names ever. I'm not good at games.
Or you could just say what movie it was from.
I think I know it. Is that, is that A Few Good Men, You Can't Handle the Truth movie?
No.
Oh, damn.
It's from Top Gun.
Oh, that makes sense.
Here's number 2. Another Tom Cruise. These are all Tom Cruise.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret, Ray. Kmart sucks.
That's Rain Man.
Mm-hmm. You got it. I don't know if you guys are going to know this one, so I'm going to skip it.
If it's Days of Thunder, I'll be pissed.
It is not.
Okay, good.
It was The Color of Money.
Oh, I've never seen it.
That's why I didn't think you would know. Okay, ain't nobody going to call the fuzz in this neighborhood because they know better.
Oh.
Jerry Maguire?
Old school, old Tom Cruise.
Oh.
Young baby Tom Cruise.
Young baby Tom Cruise.
Fresh baby crazy Tom Cruise.
I like how you slowed down to say...
I'm not super adept at Tom Cruise movies.
No, me neither.
The Outsiders.
Oh, The Outsiders.
I liked
forget
The
he was
Outsiders.
in
I
The
have that on
Outsiders.
VHS somewhere.
He was.
Mm-hmm.
I
All
haven't
of those
watched that in
80s
years.
heartthrobs were in The Outsiders, if you think about it. Like Matt
Yeah.
Dillon,
Patrick
Patrick Swayze,
Charlie Sheen?
Chachi. Yeah, like all of them. Yeah, wasn't Emilio Estevez in that movie or
Or
something?
was
Probably.
it, was it
No,
both of them?
no.
Was it Emilio or Sheen?
Probably. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Probably could read on and find out because this is an 80s book.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Next song.
All right, let's. Oh shit! I almost
Nice
dropped my
catch.
book. Yeah, reflexes like a cat. Okay, so what? See, now it's all weird. Let's see.
Now it's all...
Do you want me to try to find one for you guys
I think
to do?
we should plan this game
Yeah,
maybe from
yeah.
this book.
Yeah, we're gonna need to do that.
We'll
need to
plan
that.
a segment.
Oh, timeout.
Sure.
There's a section called Tear Jerkers.
Okay.
80s tear jerkers.
Oh.
I would fucking slay this one, but I'm going to read it to you guys. It said, all right, we admit it. Even we wept during Terms of Endearment.
Ew.
I don't think I've ever seen Terms of Endearment.
Nope. No, thank you.
It looks sad, so I didn't watch it.
It
It doesn't get any more depressing than a young mother of 3 dying of cancer. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. No, thank you.
Thanks
So for all you
that.
depressed souls out there who are gluttons for punishment, take out your boxes of Kleenex and enjoy these lines from the teariest tearjerkers of the decade. Here's quote number 1. What movie is this from? What's yodeling got to do with it?
I don't know. I don't watch sad movies.
Beaches.
Ew, no. No,
Bette
hell no.
Midler and Beaches.
No.
Uh-huh.
Let me
Sarah
do
doesn't
one. I
watch
want to
that.
do one.
Hold on. I'd rather have 30 minutes of wonderful than a lifetime of nothing special.
Oh, that was what?
Pretty Woman?
Close.
No, that was that movie that we watched, Fried Green Tomatoes.
No.
Right?
No, but that is a good tearjerker. But that was from the 90s. I
Oh.
think that came... Oh, wait.
It's a Julia Roberts movie, though.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
What is it? It's really bugging
One of
me.
my favorite
Where she's
movies.
She's Southern. What is that movie?
Mama.
Oh, I can't remember.
Shelby, drink your juice, Shelby.
I know. What is that movie? It's bugging me.
Steel Magnolias?
You
Steel
got it.
Magnolias. That's
Yeah.
the God.
That's
we
funny.
just
Actually got one. I'm so excited.
I love that movie so
hijacked.
much. So my mom and I went
And
and saw
watched this movie.
Steel Magnolias.
The musical.
The musical. Oh my God.
Community theater.
Community theater. The theater. At its finest. I don't even want to talk about it. Let me just say the movie was better.
Fair enough. Oh,
That movie aged
that's
well for
funny.
me. I still love it. For me, that movie is still magical.
That was a journey for me.
Yeah, you did not like that movie.
I was stomping
You were
my
so
foot
mad when we
in
watched
my
it.
head as
Sorry.
everybody was just drooling over it, and I was like, here I am. That's okay, though. People like those movies. I get why people like them.
I get why
I
people
just
like
don't
them.
watch them.
I love that
often.
particular story. I love the actresses. I love Shirley MacLaine is one of my favorite actresses.
I mean, I like the characters. The
Mhm.
characters
I thought
were
it was
good
funny.
and stuff. It was just like the overarching story. I was just like snooze fest for me.
Mm.
Yeah,
Bummer.
I need less drama in my life.
I totally understand.
Yeah, that
That's
was
why
like
I
a
cut
bunch
out
of
a lot
ladies
of
drama.
a lot of
I didn't need any
entertainment from
more
my life. Mhm.
ladies drama, you know.
Mhm.
All right. I think I found a pretty awesome page for you guys.
Okay.
So here we go. This is the Brat Pack
Oh, sweet.
versus the Rat Pack.
Oh shit.
So there are quotes from some pretty good names. You guys will know. I'm going to start with quote number 9. I don't screw to get respect. That's the difference between you and me.
Was that from 16 or from Breakfast Club?
It is Breakfast Club. Can you tell me either the actress or her character's name?
Molly Ringwald. Oh, no. It was Ali Sheedy.
It is Ali
Sheedy.
Very good.
Whatever the fuck his name is.
Very good. Okay,
I
we're going to go to...
That won the 80s movie bracket last season, didn't it?
Yes, it did. We're going to go to number 7 on the quote. I loathe the bus. There has to be more dignified mode of transportation.
16 Candles.
Yep.
They're on the John Hughes train.
We'll try this one. Number 5. I don't know why you're both so worried, so I bop him for a couple of years.
Was that from St. Elmo's Fire?
Damn, girl, you lighting it up.
Brat Pack for life, bitches.
That's pretty good.
Oh, damn.
All right, and quote number 3.
I'm not good at these ones.
Do you think I'd speak for you? I don't even know your language.
Oh, God, is that Breakfast Club again?
Yes, it is.
Judd Nelson.
Yes, it is.
And that's why I have a Foodies Watching Movies podcast.
God damn, girl.
Quite.
Killing it. Quine. Quine.
All right.
Yay.
This is... Do you wanna,
I was pleased. Thank you guys for my new book. I really like it.
We'll figure out how to better utilize this for the show.
Correct. That was a fun trial run, guys.
Yeah.
We
went through it together.
Mm-hmm.
So we haven't even got into the best part of our whole entire weekend, which was the food. There was so much food stuff to talk about.
Mm-hmm. We had a plethora of holiday celebrations as my family was in town.
That was awesome.
Yeah, my sister and her family and my little nephew came in, and he was sick.
Poor guy.
I know. I felt so bad for them.
Yeah, he was a sad baby.
He was like a little baby Eeyore.
Except for when he's around me, and then he smiles and gets super happy. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
He just, you can make him laugh.
Yeah, he likes men.
He likes
that baby.
He does.
Yeah.
He loves his daddy.
Yeah, he does.
He's got a nice daddy who loves him. It was super sweet. So he was well taken care of, but it was really hard for everybody. And we had huge celebrations and tons of delicious food. My mom made her classic heart attack potatoes.
I have a confession. They were not nearly as good as when we had them in Columbus.
Oh.
You
know why?
Shots
She didn't
fired.
put the French fried onions on top.
Ah.
I don't think that was
crumble.
it. It was the internals. The taste was not quite what she had last time. There was something about her ratios that wasn't quite... Listen, those potatoes are in my brain, like, cataloged as most delicious. So when she didn't live up to her own expectation, I was just kind of slightly let down.
To your expectation.
But it was
her
to what she had already done.
In all fairness, this heart attack potato recipe of hers is something that is constantly evolving. She never makes the same fucking thing twice. Like, it's always the same idea, but it's always like...
I'm going to try this time.
Yeah, like last year she added the French fried onions, and that was a game changer.
That was
that
good,
was
yeah.
incredible.
I remember that.
This year there was no French fried onions, but instead of just potatoes O'Brien, like chopped cubed potatoes, there was also hash browns mixed in with it, which I liked that too. I thought it was a good addition.
Yeah. Maybe that's what you didn't like. There was the texture of the hash browns.
The texture, I think, was a little bit off.
I liked the texture.
It was just not creamy and sour cream / cheesy enough how I like them. I like it to be...
I'll have to ask her what she did different and what she normally does and figure out a way to expand this recipe and make it like glorious.
Interesting, though, because Sarah's mom made a very similar heart attack potato.
Well, I didn't get to have that.
You did not, in my opinion, now Sarah can speak for herself, but in my opinion, you didn't miss much. I felt the potatoes were just, for me, a little bland. Didn't really have a lot of flavor to them.
Well, that's what salt and pepper's for.
Yeah, well, I was already like 3 huge bites deep before I realized it wasn't quite what I was looking for, and I was like, whatever.
I didn't have any home-cooked holiday Christmas meal today because... it didn't work out that way. I had my son got picked up at noon by his daddy to go to his house for Christmas, and I had a bunch of stuff I had to do, and I didn't get around to eating, and I was going to go see my dad, and I got whatever my little my little cousin had, and I've been sick today. I haven't been feeling good, so I was gonna go and get a plate of food that my sister fixed me because they went over to my grandma's house, and they always have like a ton of food. It's so yummy, and I couldn't go because of timing and stuff, and that's gonna be waiting for me tomorrow.
There you go.
So that's gonna be magnificent.
Bingo.
I'm excited. But instead of a home cooked meal today I had Denny's.
Yeah.
The only restaurant in the area that is open on Christmas Day.
I don't know where to start about the Denny's because I feel like I can have like a 10-minute rant about the Denny's, and I also can praise some things about Denny's.
I gotta tell you what, my food was so good that I ate almost all of it, and I got a ton of food.
Yeah, you ate a shit ton of food. It was.
Yeah, I was looking at the menu and I was like, man, I really want this turkey dinner melt sandwich. It had, because I've had it there before with we went there not that long ago randomly, and I was like, oh, I got to go back and get that sandwich because it's limited and it's not going to be there for much longer.
No.
And it's like carved turkey on grilled buttered potato bread with cheese, stuffing, and a cranberry honey mustard sauce that's like stellar. It was so good with these seasoned fries that taste like curly fries from Arby's, but they're not
those
curly.
were good.
Oh man.
Shit.
So I get there expecting to get this sandwich again, and they're out of turkey.
But didn't tell us.
But didn't tell us until after I was already set on like ordering that, and she's like, oh, we have a limited menu, we're out of sausage, we're out of turkey. And she's like, I could try to see if they'll sub it for deli turkey, but I don't think they will. And I'm like, whatever. This is just the universe saying I need breakfast. Right. So I'm looking at the breakfast menu, and I'm like, man, all of these Grand Slams sound delicious, but I wish I could just like build my own because I don't want this shit. And then I like literally looked at the next part of the menu, and it was build your own Grand Slam. And I was like, oh, well, shit.
I watched that in real time.
All right.
And we're in. We're in.
Yeah, so I went with the scrambled eggs with American cheese, pancakes, white toast, and bacon. And it was so good. Oh, my God. And then we ordered appetizers.
That was a mistake.
Subpar.
That was a mistake. That's where my rant goes.
There were some highs and there were some really low lows. Because, like, it took you, like, 20 minutes to get a refill on your water.
That was infuriating.
Took forever to order, and I was starving because I hadn't eaten anything, you know.
Took even longer for our food to come out. The app came out like 30 seconds before our food.
Yeah, that's always annoying. But you know what? At the end of the day, I was super grateful to have it. It was really good. It sucked that some things happened the way that it did, but you know, whatever. It was an interesting Christmas, guys.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I had
a nice time with my family, and I'm ready to move the fuck out of 2018 and into the next year.
The next time people hear Foodies Watching Movies will be just on the other side of the new year into 2019. So get ready for that. I will say I had a delicious sandwich at Denny's. I had their build your own burger. And I was like, man, I need to have pickles.
Yeah, we took a picture of that cross section of burger you chopped through.
Stacks.
My bad. I guess I cut a really good picture. Yeah. Is how they can say
it was a good
We'll
one,
post it on our Instagram.
But
when we get around to it.
It was you know, for some reason I'm really into jalapeno on burgers now.
On just about anything.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what's up with that.
But
I guess
only
I
3.
like, but yeah, because I don't want to burn to
I know.
death.
Every time we get Subway, only 3 down the middle.
3
singular
jalapenos
down the middle.
Jalapeno peppers.
I just,
Correct.
It's for the flavor and not the heat.
Hilarious.
Don't judge me.
We do.
I know you can judge me.
Jalapenos.
And bacon.
Untoasted.
And bacon.
Untoasted.
She's so
savage.
Savage.
God, how dare you like tuna fish with
gross
mayonnaise?
Yeah, that's a gross sandwich. When I go there,
no,
I get the steak and cheese like a fucking grown up. No, I'm just kidding. I do, but it's okay. You can like tuna fish.
Turkey,
you know what's
ranch.
funny? Here's my favorite thing in the whole wide world about Veronica right now. Anywhere we go for food, anytime we order side by side, who orders better?
You do.
1,000,000 times. You know
I will
why?
Never deny it. You always order better than me.
How are you going to sit here and tell me my tuna is bad when I guarantee you if you ate it how I made it, or how I guess Subway makes it how I order it, you would actually probably dig it?
No, because I don't like tuna fish.
I was going to say, it still tastes like tuna.
It's still
I guess.
tuna fish.
Okay,
You
fair.
can't get that tuna out of the tuna.
Let me explain how this works, Nate.
Sure.
Your point is true. Like, you always order better than me, only in circumstances where it's something that we both like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you order things that I don't like.
That's true.
So in those cases, to me, you aren't ordering better than me.
Ooh, shit.
But when it's on a mutually appealing looking thing, you always order better.
Yeah. I remember that one
That's
time
why I always trust you. Like, when I say, I don't know if I want this or that, you always say the right thing. That's like his magic power.
Do you remember that one time we went to the Sophia House of Pancakes and you ordered something, it was a crepe or something, and I was like, no, you should have ordered the Nutella waffles or whatever the fuck it was they had, and it was out of this world.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy good.
You also have the best taste and you have the most expensive taste in food, I will say.
Correct.
Your food, once again, was more expensive than mine.
Everyone's.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I just know what I like, I guess.
Hey, that's life, man.
Yeah.
That's like a way to live life. That's like what Dale Cooper from Twin Peaks would say. Every day, give yourself a little present.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's getting a $9 sandwich as opposed to a $5 sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
$4, give yourself a present.
$4 well spent, I think.
Yeah.
God, it was so good. I had bacon on it, and pickles, and all kinds of shit. So looking forward into 2019, we are moving into the second phase of our season of Foodies here. What are some things we should look forward to doing in this new year? I mean, is there anything on our agenda that we want to accomplish?
There is. The 90s bracket.
Yes, that is happening.
I said it before we started the season that I loved doing the 80s bracket, and I wanted us to dedicate the back half of season 3 of Foodies to a 90s bracket. And I want to come up with a way to ask everybody's opinions on the best 90s movies, and then we'll make a bracket, and then we'll dedicate some content to it.
Ooh, I love that. Maybe we'll put up a, just like
I
one
want
of
a poll
those.
on Facebook. And
I don't think we should actually put up an actual poll. Maybe, because can't people add to the poll?
Well, I want people to give us suggestions, and then we're going to make a poll, and then we're going to vote.
I like that.
And then we're going to do the bracket. Like, we're going to vote on what's going to what deserves to be considered.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind of how we did last year with how many votes made it onto the bracket.
Right. We need to have people making nominations.
Okay.
Throwing out ideas.
Yeah.
And we'll dedicate an episode to that as well, like our ideas of what we want to do. Yeah, so we're going to focus a little bit of this last half of our season 3 on the ultimate 90s movie.
There's actually a secondary bracket we could technically attempt to do, but I want to do it fast and not let it draw out.
What?
I want to do the 80s redemption bracket. There was a lot of complaints last year.
I know. We want to do that too.
A lot of
movies.
movies.
We'll do that first,
okay.
And then we'll move into the 90s. You know, keep it chronologically in order here.
We're
not savages.
Lucky for me, the printer that one time printed off like 27 goddamn copies of the bracket. So I have so many copies of the 80s bracket, I'll be able to easily weed out what movies have already been in the game. And they don't get to get put back in. If you were in that first bracket, you are
They shouldn't be
not
back in. This
a
is the
part of this.
redemption round.
This is people who never got a shot that should have maybe had been considered.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at you. Didn't Predator not make the list? I think was one of the big complaints. People were like, how are you going to not
I have to look at the list. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've looked at that.
We missed some, and we had some interesting things happen with that. But
yeah, there was a couple ones that were pretty surprising that we forgot about. So we're going to do a second little mini 80s bracket redemption round.
Yeah, get as many as we can together.
We want you guys' opinions as well, so whatever. Hit us up online.
Yeah, maybe we can like just post a thing on there that's like, tell us your favorite 80s movies that didn't make our first bracket, and then we'll post a picture of the bracket.
That's fine.
I'm just riffing.
Sounds great.
I don't mean to riff like that.
Well,
I don't know.
I think we had some great food. We watched some good holiday classics. We made it through the season, guys.
And we also made an ton of treats.
God damn it, I'm so glad you brought it up. Let's bring it up. Talk about
We
it.
made a lot of treats. Like,
yeah.
I'm struggling to remember even everything
we wanted
we
to do something nice for our families this year, and since we are foodies watching movies, we decided to make treats for everybody. Yeah, for our families for the holidays.
Speaking of,
I can only make.
Or you can take a treat break.
Like I don't cook or bake all that often, but like the things that I cook or bake, I try to be like expert level at them.
Right.
I try to do like,
Yeah, you don't cook much, but when you do,
I don't fool around.
It's on point.
That's what people tell me.
So we made a motherfuck ton of these chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yes, I made a ton of chocolate chip. We made a ton. I made 2 very large batches of my chewy chocolate chip cookies that people seem to really like. And then we gave those to, like, everybody. And then we made a ton of crispy treats.
We made 3 different kinds of Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah, because those are easy, and you can get lots of different variations. And they're
Which
good.
Which one did everybody like the best?
I don't know which one everybody liked best. The first ones we got into was the Frosted Flake Lucky Charms combo pack.
I didn't finish my piece because it was just too much sugar.
Yeah, it's a lot, but they're very tasty. The cereal they're making all kinds of crazy hybrid cereals now. But they have Frosted Flakes that have the Lucky Charms marshmallows in them. So
that's what I had been living off of for the month of October.
That has been like your kibble.
That was like the only thing that I ate in the month of October was Frosted Flake Lucky Charms cereal.
Yeah. You were sort of just like addicted to a little twitchy eye.
Yeah, a little bit. It was real good.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's really good.
So
it's perfect cereal actually because it has the best things. Like it doesn't have the shitty like Lucky Charm puffed rice
taste like grain.
Right. No, it's crunchy Frosted Flakes.
Everything's covered in sugar.
Everything's sugar. And then there's the Lucky Charms in it. The marshmallows. It's my jam, man. So we made those marshmallow treats. Those were good.
The second ones we made were shout out to our friend Andrew Uhas, who originally
inspired this recipe.
Yeah. We made regular Rice Krispie treats with the addition of crushed Oreo cookies that we crushed up and mixed in. And it seems like simple, but it's like
game changing.
It's super good. And actually what I like to do is what we did with the third thing. I also like at the end to mix in some marshmallows that are unmelted because then you get little bursts of marshmallow along with the it kind of gives a cookies and cream thing going on.
Well, that's what we did with the third pan.
Yeah, the third rather than making
extra.
just your basic level Rice Krispie treat, which we did. We made those, but then we added in after you mix it all together right before you put it in the pan. You mix in however many you want.
Mini marshmallows.
Mini marshmallows, so you get those little marshmallow bursts.
That's the best.
Yeah, it makes it just a little bit next level like that. So those were the regular ones. So we made those. We made lots of truffles, which I've never made truffles before. I sort of...
the truffles
made them.
Were... interesting. I've made truffles only one other time, and it was to help my mom. We made Earl Grey truffles. It has that bergamot, bergamot flavor, and it was so good. But I haven't made them since. And then we were shopping for treat ideas at the store, and we saw this little box of make your own truffles kit.
Yeah, so we were like,
let's try it out. Why not?
Yeah.
And if it sucks, there's only going to be like 12 of them. We'll just eat them. Who cares?
It was a little bit of a trap. We got a little bit fooled.
Yeah, when we opened the box, it was just a stick of Baker's chocolate.
That we had already bought 2 of.
So we'd already bought 2 boxes
additional
of
one.
Baker's chocolate bars, yeah.
Yeah,
and
the semi-sweet.
Cookie crumbs, like chocolate cookie
bag
crumbs.
Of cookie crumbs, yeah.
And just this tiny little bag of gold glitter.
Yeah, that's it.
So it was kind of a trap. You can make all of this at home because in addition to that box, you also had to buy a package of cream cheese.
Yeah, now they did have a coupon on the box
I was
for
just
$1
gonna
off
say,
the cream cheese.
The cream cheese at Strax was on sale for 99 cents. And then I used a $1 off coupon, so I actually got that shit for free.
Yeah, that's why we did it. So that we're like, well, this is the time to take the chance.
This is the time because the cream cheese is free. Why not?
Yeah.
So we did it, and we had also bought a box of strawberries because I was going to make chocolate covered strawberries, which I did. I made the chocolate
That's why we
strawberries.
had the Baker's chocolate to begin with.
And
we were
blueberries.
Dip some things.
Strawberries I had a whole thing of blueberries. I was like,
the blueberries turned out
throw
good.
those in there too. Why not?
Semi-sweet, dark chocolate covered blueberries. It's so yummy, you guys.
Yeah, super easy to make. You just toss them in there and put them in the fridge.
Yeah,
that's it.
You microwave the chocolate, little bursts, like 10-15 seconds till it's melted.
Yeah, just melt the chocolate and dip away, whatever you want.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Whatever.
Yeah,
so we made but then we crushed up the cookie crumb, the Oreo cookies in a Ziploc bag and mixed that with the cream cheese.
By crush, I mean I pulverized.
Yeah, we pulverized that shit.
Pulverized.
You had the great idea of using. I couldn't find my baking, like my roller, the
rolling pin.
Rolling pin. Thank you. I couldn't find the rolling pin, so you were using the little salt grinder to crush them.
Yeah, the big one, like one of those big seasoning grinders. Yeah, just kind of rolling it around.
Circular
on the top
motion.
Of the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I pulverized it. So.
So then we mixed that with the cream cheese. cheese, and that's the only thing you need for truffle filling is just mixed up Oreos and cream cheese,
and
then,
to whatever consistency you like.
Right.
You know?
Like we made it smooth. Oh man,
yeah,
that shit was like, it was.
Then
perfect.
added in just a little bit of crumbly cookies that were just to give it a little bit of crunch.
That's what made the difference between the store-bought kit and the homemade regular.
It wasn't all the same texture.
It had crunch to it, which I liked because I put in a cut up strawberry.
Yeah,
piece
one tiny little strawberry. These were like mini truffles.
They were so good.
This it was only supposed to make like 12.
It was only
truffles,
supposed to make 12.
And we made like twice that amount. I'm like, who is eating these truffles?
And it
that
was
are
rich.
So huge?
They were 2-bite truffles.
Very rich. Like even one little bite was like, okay, I'm done. Like it was good.
But I ate like fucking 5 of them.
I did.
Well,
the
so
store-bought ones.
I only had 2.
We had also had some M&Ms because we made puppy chow
or
Muddy Buddies.
I didn't eat any
of
of the store-bought ones we made. Or the box mix ones we made.
They were pretty good. Yeah, I put one little just regular M&M in the middle, and just enough truffle mix to sort of cover the M&M. Like
that's right. We quality controlled them. I tried one. We each had half of one or something.
Yeah, we sacrificed. But yeah, the chocolate covered Oreo filled strawberry ones that we made on the fly were
those were the winning one. I still have some
turned
upstairs.
into like strawberry chocolate cheesecake is what it tasted like. The consistency, they were yummy.
And the strawberry was perfect in there because it cut through the richness of all of that chocolate because it was almost like fudge.
Yeah.
Like cream, like chocolate. Oh my God, it was amazing.
Yeah, that's the thing about truffles.
So
like they ride a fine line for me because like truffles are always going to be rich, you know, but you really never know what you're going to get. You know, they're
Did we buy a pie the other day?
You tried to make a pie that we didn't end up making, but yes, we bought that pie that was in sections at Aldi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we still have it?
Yeah, I put it in the freezer upstairs.
Nice.
I haven't taken it out of the freezer.
Great. I forgot I went to the store.
Yeah. Did we make anything else? What else did we make? That was all of our dipped stuff. I remember what I made. Puppy chow and muddy buddies, puppy chow, whatever you want to call it. We threw the M&Ms in with that, so it was like puppy chow plus
chex mix
kind
of thing.
Yeah, I like to use rice Chex for those because they don't have the flavor; they have the crunch.
Like the wheat Chex or the corn Chex.
Wheat Chex. Why would you use wheat Chex?
That's
you guys,
so mean.
You are a sociopath if you use wheat Chex to make Muddy Buddies / puppy chow, whatever you choose to call it. You are a horrible person, or that's all you had in your house, and you better tell me that's all you had in your house.
Yeah, there better be an excuse and an apology.
And I better go to your house and only find those. And if I find a box of the others, I'm kicking your ass.
That is like having a party to have junk food, and then you saying that you're making all of the, well, we're going to make some French toast to have like with this ice cream for brunch or something, and then you make the French toast out of like
Ezekiel
the
bread,
scratchiest whole grain chock full of healthy. But after you told people it was going to be like a junk food brunch party,
right?
Okay, that
I want to go to a junk food brunch party.
That's what puppy chow is, right? Like that's a junk food party in a bowl.
Everybody loved it. That got really well received. Everybody liked the Muddy Buddies.
Anyways, corn Chex are like, they're in the C+ range. You get C+ for effort, but the corn Chex, you get like the corn Chex flavor that kind of goes through. But anyways, that's why the rice Chex are where it's at.
Why are your cookies so good?
My cookies?
They're secret ingredients.
I don't know. I've been making them for a long time, kind of tweaking it.
Yeah.
You know what else she made that I really liked?
What it is?
Oh,
that banana bread.
The banana bread. Everybody seems to really like my banana bread. I've also been tweaking that for a while.
Unreal. I hate, and I mean, I hate.
I wish you guys could see her face right now. She is so loathing it.
Banana. Anything. I hate banana. But, I love that banana bread. Yeah. It's so good.
Sandy said a brilliant life hack.
Sandy had a great idea.
She's like, you take the banana bread and you just put some peanut butter on it. Yeah. You have a peanut butter banana bread sandwich.
Yeah. It's delicious. You also can take it and you can grill both sides of it and make it into like French toast. Like, stuff it. Yeah, it's incredible. Like
hot with butter is where it's at. Banana bread that's warm with butter is my favorite.
If it's been a couple days and it's gotten a little bit stale for your taste, but it's still edible and it would still be tasty.
You can revive it.
You can revive it. You butter both sides of it and you grill that up. You will be so pleased.
French toast revival.
Mm-hmm. Or if you make
with some, like,
if you make a breakfast sandwich out of that, if you put a fried egg and a little bit of maple syrup and over
Maybe
easy,
some
not
bacon.
fried. But yeah, if you make like a la how McDonald's does with their McGriddles, it's like the same type of thing. Except
it sounds
banana
like an
bread.
Elvis Presley breakfast.
Yeah, come on.
He died on the toilet.
Well,
but yeah,
horrible.
I did make a loaf
Jesus.
of banana bread after we made
didn't
all of
ruin
these
the moment.
mass quantities of cookies. I have no idea. We made probably like 60 cookies at least.
No, we made more than that.
More than that.
We made
It was
more
more
than
than
that.
that. Yeah, because
we
You
made
had
like
42 leftover cookies after all that.
because we
Yeah,
made like
maybe
4 batches. It was
yeah,
4
we had
batches.
3 trays going at once.
Three
and-
trays,
yeah.
and we refilled those trays 4 times, right?
Yeah, something like that. But they turned
There
out
was a
really
ton.
good. Yeah, I'll tell you if you want chewy cookies, because there's so many. The chocolate chip cookies, there's such a range of things that people like. Because sometimes you say chocolate chip cookies and people make those, I hate to say it like this, those shitty flat chocolate chip cookies, the ones you put too much sugar in and they
they're
just
always
flatten
crunchy.
out and they're crunchy and they've got that chewy thing. Some people like that. I don't. I don't want that if I want a chocolate chip cookie. I want something that's a little bit chewy, that has like a crispy sort of thing on the outside. Just a little bit, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it when the edges, you can tell by the shape of the cookie if it goes like to like flat pointiness at the end, you know, where it has that dome kind of a shape. You've used too much sugar in your recipe because it gets crispy on the edges because of that. Like kind of sort of caramelizes. I don't know how to say
Some people
it.
like that.
Some people do. Then they want it to crumble apparently and go all up in their shirt when they eat the cookie. I don't want that. I want a little bit of cookie crumbs. Anyways, so what I like to do is use bread flour instead of cake flour or all-purpose flour or any other kind of flour, because bread flour has a higher protein content. Thus, you get the chewier quality that you would imagine you would want for a bread. But it doesn't quite do it for the cookie dough. It just makes it like a chewier cookie that doesn't get that crispy on the end. It
That's why
puffs
it's
up on the
perfect.
edge. Yeah, the bread flour is the key, and also not using full eggs. I use 1 egg plus 1 egg yolk so that it doesn't dry it out, because the extra egg white can dry it out a little bit. So I made one of the eggs just the egg yolk, and that
Interesting.
that seems to do well with it too. But the other thing that Nate really likes about it is I liked, rather than using your regular salt, I always, which you don't think about the salt a lot of times with cookies, but I like to use the granulated sea salt. So it's like a coarse sea salt in there.
It really makes a difference.
Yeah, and I put an extra little pop of it in there. If I would have had some flaked sea salt, I like when they come out of the oven just a little tiny
garnish.
bit on the top to cut the sweetness of the chocolate chips that are in there, because sometimes
And
little
those are just
bit.
semi-sweet chips, right?
Yeah, just the semi-sweet. You're just standard level semi-sweet chips. The ones we got at Aldi were a little sweeter than the ones than the Nestle ones, the Toll House
Right.
ones. They have a little bit more. They're a little sugarier. I think that's why I upped the salt just a little bit. In the recipe.
I liked it.
Always buy good vanilla. That's another tip. Don't
That's
ever
an
buy
Ina
cheap
Garden
vanilla. Don't ever spend the extra money. For real, like if you don't believe me, just go buy a range of vanillas and then smell them. And then
You'll
take
know.
your pick.
Yeah.
You will know immediately once you get down the line. You'll go, oh, I see. That's what it is. It like
The alcohol
it will,
content.
You will almost taste it from the way it smells. It'll be like an overwhelming vanilla smell. That's what you want. That's what makes it good. Because why else are you putting it in there? Just to put some alcohol in to dry it out some more? You fool! Don't do that.
You fool.
Don't do that. Anyways, that's the ramblings about my cookies. I've been making cookies since chocolate chip cookies since I've been a little kid. I just like making them. Like I said, I don't make very many things, but that's one thing I do make sometimes.
Well, we were like making machines yesterday. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
yesterday.
I
right?
had the cookie dough ready, chilling the cookie dough. You have to do that for chocolate chip cookies. Some people get
Mhm.
lazy about that. They don't want to chill it. That's when it starts to like melt out and it doesn't cook the same.
I got real burnt out on cookies this Christmas because my family made so many cookies this year.
Yeah, there
for,
was.
our Christmas party. We had tons and tons of sugar cookies, and everybody got to decorate them, and it was fun.
It was amazing.
And they tasted so good. Like they were really chewy for sugar
bombs.
cookies. Oh
Yeah.
man! And they put almond extract in the royal icing. It was so good.
Yeah, I like that.
I love that. It gives it that marzipan flavor.
I will say you
We
got a
did.
couple of cool food gifts for Christmas. Well, you got one
I
and
got some
Ollie
cool
got
food
one.
magnets. Is
You
that
got
what
some
you're
cool
talking about?
food magnets. You got the awesome neon pizza light.
Yeah, I'll have to take a picture of that. That was pretty cool.
Ollie got the big snow tube full size pizza.
Yeah, he's got a big sled in the shape of an inflatable pizza.
Also, a pool floaty that will
or
be
a pool
amazing.
floaty, yes.
Totally.
I will be utilizing that next summer.
Amazing.
It was a good holiday, everybody.
Totally. I had a blast. Is there any closing thoughts we have on Christmas before we get out of here today?
Oh, I'm over it. I'm ready to move on.
You know what? I thought of something. One last thing we got to bring up real quick that we have to show you. There's a show that we were introduced to today called Nailed It.
I saw it. I've seen it on
it was
Netflix.
Have you actually watched it, though?
Yeah. The cake baking fails?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it the other day. I
Yeah,
had it on in the
it.
background while I was doing laundry.
Man.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
3 terrible bakers trying to bake in a competition where they can't do things at a basic level.
Yeah, it was mildly infuriating. I don't think I could watch
watching
much.
them do some things. I'm such a perfectionist.
Yeah. I was just like, oh, that's not how you want to do it. This is irritating.
This lady took like 5 spice to put in her cake mix, and I was just like, oh.
Chinese 5 spice?
Yeah.
Watching them try to make cake pops was hurting my brain. I was just sitting here going like, it's just consistency.
Mm-hmm.
It's just make it so it doesn't. I don't know why
Just
they
mix
didn't.
a little frosting
Why didn't
in
they
it.
tell them to chill them before they put the fondant on them?
Because the
They
whole
didn't
point
tell-
is to make them
They didn't
suck.
tell them to chill them. Of course they're gonna fall apart and be stupid.
Oh, well, that's all plotted out then.
Bait.
Whatever.
Thanks, producers of Nailed It. I'm on to you.
I thought it was funny. I wanted to watch more.
Did
Anyways.
I talk last time on Foodies? Did I talk about what I saw on Netflix that's now available? It's either Netflix or Hulu. One of those streaming services has a section of TV where it's like ambient viewing, where you just put something on for the ambiance of it, like a Yule log,
like a fireplace,
or a
fish tank,
or fish tank.
Yeah.
So there's a whole bunch of movies that you can put on that's of just food cooking. And I was like, what the fuck? Why have I been sitting here for 10 minutes watching this rack of lamb cook in an oven? I actually had
Science.
I stepped out of myself and looked at my little body in my room above myself, and I was like, what are you doing? Why are you standing there watching the screen? All that's happening is a fucking rack of lamb being cooked. Come back, come back. So I snapped out of it, and I was like, who made this? Who gave these people money and a budget to just film a rack of lamb being cooked, and why is anybody sitting there watching it? And then Sarah had brought up the good point that it was probably like hoity-toity people that are having a Christmas party and just have it on for ambiance. And I was like, okay, I get it, but who did that? It still made me so mad.
Right.
I was offended.
I guess the boy in me goes...
Because I got sucked in and I watched it.
Yeah, but the boy in me goes like, I want to know how a lamb cooks once it's on the inside. Like,
See, that's why I turned it on. I was like,
I want to see it
intriguing.
take forever to
What's gonna
cook and go
happen?
from raw to cooked and see that process. That'd be fun.
And then I kept it on.
And then you can't look away, though, and that's the problem.
Right.
And then, you know what's not going to happen is that rack of lamb being in your belly at the end of it.
Oh,
It
that's
was
the
so
worst
big old
part.
tease.
Disappointing.
A big old
I was like, I don't smell it. I just see it. And I'm.
Yeah.
It's not like I even like rack of lamb. I don't, but it's
No,
just
but
like.
you would by the end of that.
Yeah.
You certainly
It's
want to
like-
know if you didn't like it. You want to be given the chance to try.
Who thought that would be an interesting thing to sell to people, to market to
I don't know
people?
who thought of pop sockets. I mean, it's all people think of things. They make
People
billions
think
of
of
dollars.
things. Yeah.
Sunrise, sunset.
Sunrise,
We are not those people.
The issue is people think of things that, that's that whole, like, living in 31-21 or whatever, 30-21 or whatever that people post as memes. Like, we're out here living in 2018, they're living in 30, whatever. It's almost like you have to think about things from a convenience level. Like, what is inconveniencing my life that I could create an invention to make it less that? Because I feel like that's what most inventions are nowadays, like slap chop. I'm sick of fucking crying from cutting
somebody
these
thought
onions.
that there would be a market for viewing a rack of lamb being cooked.
They sold it to Netflix.
So,
Somebody on Netflix was like, great idea. People would love to see that happen.
Well, guess what? V, you were one of those people. You were sucked in.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I turned it off.
Yeah, but you almost got sucked in.
I did get sucked in, and then I realized what was happening. And like Sarah said, I woke up and was
stay
like,
woke.
turn it off. Turn it off.
Get out.
So we did. It was getting creepy.
Right.
Things were getting caramelized and starting to cook, and I was like, savage.
You know what? I would laugh really hard if, like, at the end of every recipe, like, it was like one of those videos where you're just watching it, and then all of a sudden something goes, ah! You know, and it jumps out at the end.
And scares you.
Yeah. Like, it was just the whole thing.
Wouldn't it be funny if at the very end, just it was the oven ding, and you're like, what the fuck? Ding.
Yeah.
Like when it's done.
Yeah,
was there sound?
It was just like a demon face.
Yeah, there was sound. You could hear crackling, like you could hear the oven adjusting here and there, like as ovens do. You know, it sounded
I don't want
like
everything
it was being
to turn into a horror movie.
He's crackling like a log.
Yeah,
that's Tucker and Dale.
Oh, did we even really talk about that trailer we watched? Like, did we even like really get into what we thought of that?
I don't know.
We just said that it looked creepy and
it
that
looks
we were
really
intrigued.
creepy.
It does look really creepy.
I want to like. Ooh, that was reminding me of that horrible movie. Funny Games, and mixed with The Strangers. Like, that's a home invasion movie.
Yeah, I think that we should see what the reviews are.
Oh yeah, because we were talking about we started talking about the Mirror People, and we got off on
all
all
the
of those
Hug-a-Bunch.
tangents. And we're back.
That's the longest tangent ever.
That was the biggest
we brought it back around,
episode
guys.
of tangent. We did it.
So what did we think of the Us trailer? I'm intrigued to see what Jordan Peele has to bring to the table for movie 2.
I'll watch it, but I'm not really excited to watch it only because as a mother, this is going to be hard for me.
Yeah, it looked like it had a lot of like
life,
scary kid stuff in it, like possession, and yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah, we did.
We don't need to rehash this.
Okay.
We got this
I didn't say what we were going to say about it because
it.
we went on a tangent. Yeah, that movie, when it comes out, we'll see it.
We'll watch it on a day when we make sure that we don't, have to be creeped out by ourselves.
Yeah, we'll get our comfort food. We'll order our comfort food, and we'll
at 7 in the morning. We're gonna watch this fucking movie. Roll out of bed at 7 in the morning.
Daylight.
We're open up all of the curtains as bright as we can.
And then we're gonna
like
patiently wait for the sun to go down.
Yeah. Well, it's been a long holiday season, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the new year. I'm ready to help our friends celebrate their wedding. I'm looking forward to this weekend. It's going to be good.
We're almost done with another year on the network. You guys, can you believe this? January 14th, I will have podcasted for 5 years.
Yeah,
we're almost there. Whoa. That's crazy, right? That's a large number that I'm realizing is happening. So anyways, folks, as always, you can check out Foodies Watching Movies at JourneyIntoComics.com, where you get the Journey into Comics network, all the different shows on our network. We got new shows debuting here in a few short weeks, 2019. Two new shows premiere in 2019 on the network, with 3 shows total coming to the network once January hits. You guys can obviously check us out on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music, or Spotify. Also, don't forget you can go to patreon.com/journeyintocomics. Give us $1 for that early access and exclusive content, meaning if we create it, you get it before anybody else, and if we create something special, you get it like nobody else, and that's the best thing to have when it comes to these podcasts. Guys, we want to thank you so much for checking out this episode of Foodies Watching Movies. It is the Christmas times. I am your host, Nate.
Veronica.
Sara.
And don't get too crazy going into 2019 now. Live a good, wonderful life.
And still eat fearless.
Oh, later.